Hello, everyone. I'm just here, just thinking. Sometimes you're just sitting down and then some things are just passing through your mind, especially when it has issues to do with Nigeria. I'm always doing that a lot. What's the next thing that needs to do? What are the things that we need to do? And then I was just struck by something. I'm like, is there some sort of manipulation going on in the social media, especially Twitter? Because Twitter, of all the social media, I might be wrong, please correct me. Twitter is the most political. That's where talk about politics, issues, take on this thing. Instagram is more, they do their business, they do their glam. Facebook is more write long stories and all of those things and stuff like that. TikTok is more a lot of it. That Instagram, there's more fire, governance issues, politics, and all of that, advocacy, and what have you. So I was just thinking, in the last few days, let's say 3 or 4 days, there has been this subtle, all of a sudden, revival and hit on the issue of Jonathan Buhari, how people should not have voted against Jonathan. They should have still maintained that. Look at it now. Buhari became worse. That's not even why I'm doing this video. A lot I'm thinking with all the things that were bad during Jonathan, and I'm also asking them, why are you not comparing Jonathan to Obasanjo's time? So that means we should also have given Obasanjo third term, let him be president for life. Then, if you're saying, oh, things worsen, because by the time you compare 2015 or 2014 to Obasanjo's time, things are worse. But that's not even why I'm doing this video. And then something came to my mind, and I'm just like, just now it just occurred to me. I'm like, is this all about Edo election? Yeah. Is this all about Edo election? Because Edo election is sort of like subtly like what happened during that 2014 where you see someone who had been in office hadn't done very well. He has failed. People had, I mean, the last election, people rallied round Obaseki. Now I don't know, be Lagos when he went to PDP and voted for PDP and all of that, and then he comes on with this his high-handedness. We're being told that his policy experts that can explain them to us. We as non-policy experts, we might not see it, and I'm wondering, our policy is not about things that affect the lives of the people positively. And so if you're doing politics that in 8 years hasn't affected the lives of your people positively, then what policy is that? And so as all of these are going, I'm thinking, is that why they are putting all of this? So to now begin, because a lot of people are being attacked. I'm sure people are even called, oh, you should apologize. There are some people who voted for Buhari in 2050. They are coming out to apologize. I'm like, I should apologize for a man who took $460 million of your money to put CCTV in Abuja, and there was no CCTV. When bombing happened at Emma Plaza, there was no footage. All the bombings that have happened in Abuja, no footage, nothing, no CCTV. They took your $460 million that we are still paying up to today, that you are paying. You want to apologize to that person. Someone that was collecting loan to pay salaries is the one anyway, like I said. So I'm thinking, is that what this is all about? Because there's always something. Politicians are very tricky, and Nigerians are always, we are mugus. When they talk, so when they do people, South Africa say somebody be mugu. That's what Nigerians are. Real original mugu. They don't need NAFDAC number. Their own original muguness is mugu. So they are always toying with them. So with this one now, so it's a subtle, oh, okay, keep the same PDP that is in Edo State now. Don't take chance with another one, so that you don't go into a place where you not be insulted. They will not tell you it's worse. They will tell you that is exactly what I think is going on. That's what I'm like, okay, I didn't connect it all this while. I'm like, okay, why? Because there's always something when they keep bringing this thing on. I'm like thinking, okay, wow, is that now to be able to subtly say to people, oh, stay with PDP, don't try to vote for Labour Party, don't try to look for Akpata, because stay with this. So after all, see what happened. Those people that said that PDP, Jonathan's PDP was not doing so very well, by the time they brought in APC, things worsened. So things worsen is my fault, not that things were, I should focus on things that were worse, not that things are worse now. So that's what I'm thinking, because the way the thing just went, normally you see it, from time to time they do it, they try to It really just does. It dies away, it goes away. But this particular one, there's no how you're telling me there's nothing, there's no orchestration going on. So there's a subtle orchestration going on. So what they're trying to do, what they're probably trying to do now, is to sow seed in people's minds and drop it and like, so the next time you are voting, like, let them not come and be blaming me again, or the way they are blaming the people that voted for Buhari, that refused to vote for Jonathan, and then now things worsen, so that let's not go and vote in Edo, that so that things will, then they will not say. That might be a subtle whatever, what do they call this thing, manipulation that is going on social media right now, because there is something so absolutely fishy about this whole new renewal of Buhari versus Jonathan. There is something absolutely fishy about it. I've been on social media I've been on Twitter for 10 years. By May 5th will be exactly 10 years that I've been on Twitter. And I think to an extent, I'm not very familiar with the other this because I use them sparingly, but I use Twitter enough to be able to see that when something is not just like naturally, it's not natural, it's not naturally done, but that is orchestrated, there is something that is pulling certain things to get people in a place where people, either some people are already feeling sense of what do you call it now, sense of responsibility, or sense obligation, or one thing, or guilt or something, for the fact that, oh, they did not vote at what do you call him now, Jonathan, in 2015, or they refused to. So that also will now translate to when you're making your decision when it comes to a dual election, because it's a dual election that I see that is the election on ground right now, and it's almost the same dynamics. It's still the same PDP failing awfully, never taking responsibility, never thinking of changing, still continuing, and they still want to have your vote without them necessarily turning around to actually say, let them do better. They just feel they have a right to people's votes at any time, and that's the way it goes. So this whole thing, it's looking more than just, oh, some people who are tweeting all of this thing. This was the same thing they did this also with when we were going towards the 2019 election. Gaslighted a lot of people. There were people, people coming out to apologize for the votes that they made, for voting out a failure at that time. So now there is a worse failure. I should take responsibility because I vote. Every failure that comes in us, whether you're worse, however you are, I will keep voting you out. Even if I vote you today and you turn out to be a failure, I will vote you out. I will campaign against you. It's as simple as that. And so during that before the 2019 election, around 2018, this was the same thing they kept doing. They kept doing. And one of the things that occurred from that was that a lot of people stayed away from the election. A lot of people did not vote. No matter how PDP wanted, a lot of people decided, okay, since they say we make mistake last time, let them not come and say people did not. And even up to now, there are a lot of people who don't make their choices known. I saw a lot who say, now they can. Even with the election that we had, there were a lot of people who silently just went to vote for whoever they were voting for. They didn't make their choices known because of these attacks that they constantly get. And right now, with this new attack, hey, no be today. We don't see am plenty time. And then, of course, the people that fall for it will fall for it. And tomorrow they will blame everybody.